Hello. I know you heard all sorts of rattling going on. After I sat down and turned Go Live on, I realized I wanted to try to set one thing in a place. So, yeah, I was making rattly noises. It intrigued you, right? Right. And what made you wonder what is she up to? Happy Thursday evening, almost Friday. One of these times I'm just gonna get an bee in my bonnet and decide to stream late all the way into midnight so we can celebrate a true TGIF together. But not tonight. I have come to the conclusion that I am an 18-hour person, that my days should be 18 hours. 8 hours, or 10 hours productive and 8 hours sleeping. I end up with, therefore, 6 hours of a day, every day, that I don't know what to do with. I'm not productive. Um, Sometimes that ends up being because I'm driving all over the place, like today, right? But I never feel like I'm a 24-hour person. I don't know that anybody's ever thought of it that way. And I just kind of thought of that tonight when I was trying to get ready. I had a phone call to make. I had to take care of that. We were gone until 15 minutes before the phone call. I had to get something in me, supper. I didn't even make supper, but I had to get something to eat, right? And I'm like, my goodness, this is not the way it seems like a lot of workflow days go, where you have pretty set patterns. Mine can be all over the place all the time, and today was one of those days, but it was a good day. I have some show and tell, and then I am going to do some spinning. But the absolute best news is the Aura parts arrived and are installed. Hubby put them together right away. So my Aura is back and up and running, and I am so excited. I have two big 8-ounce projects sitting right over there on the bed waiting for that. I am going to finish up the merino that I started last stream. It's 4 ounces, so 2 ounces per bobbin. It might take me through Sunday, and then we will be spinning on the Aura. It's exciting. I'm very, very happy that worked well. It had a happy ending. But what I was doing today was I did it again. I went and bid on stuff at an auction. These are online, but a local auction house. So instead of, when they are downsizing a house, somebody moves out, whatever, and they go in and they auction off all the contents of the house, not necessarily the house. This is usually only contents of a house that this auction house deals with, not the property. So instead of having everybody come to the house, they have put it online. And I was talking to the one lady. I've gotten to know her because I have been a pretty faithful customer to about every auction they run. There are auctions I don't find something. I mean, it's not like I actually have to buy something or I find something to buy in every auction. But I have been there enough that they recognize me. And she was saying, this is the absolute. When I walked in, I said my name. She says, I know, I have your slip right here. She says, this is the best thing that has happened since the COVID. With the COVID, we went to this format of putting it online and people just coming in and picking it up over a 2-day period. And she says, it's a different way to do an auction, but it's really a lot easier on the auction house. It's a lot less confusing. People sort of come in. You make a 10-minute slot, right? You go on their website and say, I'm going to be there between 3 and 3:10, which is what I did, And so people tend to space themselves out, and even though you're going into the house to pick it up, it's not like people everywhere like it would be and used to be with the auction. Now, I miss the excitement of the live auctioneer. Um, yeah, I miss the spontaneous things that sometimes you buy that you probably shouldn't, right? Because you get auction fever. I got a little bit of auction fever on this, even though it was online. There was something I really wanted, and I kind of paid a little more than I had intended. And hubby was just every time he asked me 3 times, "Did you get it?" "Yes." "What'd you pay?" $41. Frowny face. I'm like, same price as the last time you asked me. But it was something I really wanted. I know I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you here. It's not going to do well with the camera. It's big, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Anyway, we went to pick that stuff up today, and that was a lot of fun. It was basically sewing, crafting, supplies, that kind of thing. Nothing to do with spinning. I haven't hit anything in these auctions that had anything to do with spinning, but that's okay. I like the crafting supplies, and sometimes it's cross stitch, sometimes it's fabric, yarn, whatever. And this was sewing supplies. So I have kind of a mystery box to unpack and something to do some storing in, which I'm real excited about. Kay, how are you? Welcome. I hope you've been having a good week. What you up to tonight? Anyway, that when we run errands, we have 2 directions that we can go. The big city is one way from our house, and the little city is the other way from our house. And sometimes we need the little city. We get groceries, gas for the mower, gas for the car, that sort of stuff in the little city. But the big city sometimes is things like the banking, specific shopping, like the auctions, hubby checking on his house and his brother, that kind of thing. So today we did the big city, and tomorrow we were going to do the little city, and we forgot to do something, right? I'm not even going to tell you what it was, but we forgot to do something. So we said, oh, well, we'll just catch the little city and do it in the little city on the way home. While we were there, it was like, okay, we're going to take care of the rest of the errands for this little city. So, which was, I needed to go to the post office and some things like that. So, anyway, we did them both, and I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. Yay! I have Friday off. And that's not really true, because what we're going to do is go to the state fair tomorrow. I'm so excited, I can hardly stand it. I get to see if I won any ribbons. Yeah. You're spinning on your tiny spindle tonight and trying to figure out why Lily's pouting at you. Oh, that's funny. Oh, my cat just about gave me a heart attack right before stream. I have a glass front. I mean, it's a china cabinet. It's not actually bowed glass, it's rectangle, but it's glass on the 3 sides for display, glass shells. And I had that door open because hubby and I bought a piece of crystal that matches our crystal, and we were all excited about having found it at the auction, right? And so I was kind of rearranging and getting that settled. And the door opens, right? And I go to open the door, and it goes flinging out of my hand and bangs. And oh my gosh, it's glass. I was just like, and what had happened was the cat went zooming between me and the cupboard, but hit the bottom of the door and, flung it open. I was like, oh my God. I haven't seen Newman since then. I think I reacted so much he's hiding. But it could have been a disaster. It could have broke that door, that glass. Oh, I'm not sure we could get that fixed either. I mean, it's glass, but still, it's not like a window. My hubby can do a lot of stuff, but sometimes some things are just really, really hard and might not be worth trying to fix. So I am real glad that didn't end up in disaster. Anyway, where was I talking about? I went to pick up the auction stuff. I don't know where I was, but anyway, the point is that things have been quite exciting or chaotic or whatever, and I need to take a deep breath and do some spinning and calm down because bedtime's coming and I need to unwind. But first, let's do some fun show and tell. So this auction's craft stuff, there was stuff I did not get and there was stuff that I got, but the did not get was, after a while I was like, no, it's all right, it's too high. But the thing that I really wanted to get, there were actually two of them. They are wood boxes, sewing boxes, wood sewing boxes that open up on a hinge so that they're this way and then they go out a little bit and they go out a little more so they look like they have wings, right? You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then they can fold up. Never seen anything. I mean, I've seen it, but it's your standard sewing box is plastic, lid, 18 by 12 inches, and you lift a tray out, and then there's another tray below there, and you can store stuff in. That's your standard big sewing box. A lot of people do anything creative that they want to gather their sewing supplies. My sewing supply system is the fact that I have my sewing machine in an upstairs room, and I have my threads on the wall on a thing that has not little metal pieces sticking out so that you can slide the spool on it. That's on the wall, and the sewing machine is on an old Singer sewing machine base. There's no machine in there, so I just use the top of it to sit my good sewing machine on it, but it has drawers, and that's basically where I keep my sewing supplies. Then I have this cardboard box downstairs because a lot of my mending happens downstairs. I don't want to run up there and get threads. I have basic thread colors in there and that sort of thing. But what has been happening is I have gathered a lot more of embroidery supplies, right? And that's kind of sewing. It's not really technically sewing, but you know what I'm saying. It's in this sort of the same category. You need scissors, you need pins, you need needles, you need all sorts of things. And I saw in this auction two of these hinged sewing wood boxes, one on legs and one not. And I bid on one up to my maximum, which was under $20, and somebody else bid it up higher. So I went to the other one, and it was around $10, so I bid it up to my maximum, $20, and then somebody bid on that one. So that's what I ended up going back and forth. I didn't care whether I got the one that had legs or the one that was, no legs. And I just went back and forth, going my max, just a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. And finally, the auction ended last night around 7 o'clock, and I was at $41. And I was like, I am going to get this, one or the other. The other one had gone over $40. Other people wanted it, right? I had to pay for it. I had to pay to have it. Want to see it? Let me change cameras. Let me see how much you can see. I have no idea what this looks like on this camera because I didn't check it out ahead of time. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so this is the main handle, and I will move this up a little bit so that you can see that is one side. Okay, and that is this side over here, and lid closes and closes like that. Now you can't really, let me move my camera a little bit. Sorry about my finger. It has exactly the same on this side. My camera won't stay that way. I don't want to stay there. So, if the cord gets out of the way, lid closes, and hinges close the box. And that's what the box looks like. And it does have legs. There's the hinges, there's the legs, and that's actually the backs. No, both sides have the hinge. It's nice brown wood, just pine probably. And I just love it. I'm so excited about it. I know. I just love it. I probably would have, if they had gone cheap, probably would have gotten both. But this is going to be my downstairs sewing box. I'm going to make this way more complete as far as what's in there, and combine some of the current that fit but is not on a frame or anything, cross stitch. And I don't think my floss is going to fit in there. My floss is in a box, but if I have other loose floss, that sort of thing. And it is going to sit actually right here behind me. I have a trunk here that stores lots and lots of those papers you can't really get rid of for 10 years or something, you know, tax form papers and stuff like that. So I never get into that trunk. So it's going to sit right here behind me. It's very heavy. And that's what I was banging around moving when I first, before I showed my face, before I turned the thing on. So what I don't know is what the very first thing I noticed is this is not very deep. They're very shallow, right? So, you know, I'm not 100% sure what is going to fit in there. Now, because there was sewing supplies, obviously the person was a sewer. And this is the second thing that I got, which was all of their sewing supplies in a nice plastic, strange double container. It's really kind of weird. It's like a lunchbox, really. But it has a problem. It's kind of dilapidated, and I don't believe I'm going to be keeping. It's an old fishing tackle box, I think. I don't think I'm going to be keeping it as a usable. I may give it to hubby to put out in the garage for storing stuff and all that sort of thing. But there is a gazillion scissors in here, and I'm going to go through this after I put everything up. But look at this old needle assortment. I love those. I have one other very small one. I've never seen one this big. In fact, there are, I don't think there's any needles in it. There's no needles there. No needles there. There's one needle there. They just, there's a needle, one needle there. Come on. Oh, there's all the needles right there. Whole bunch of needles right there. And how about this last one? Huh. For all sewing purposes. Nope. They are all in one. So obviously they weren't saving this to use it. They really liked this little you know, because it is so old-fashioned looking. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all the needles out of it. I am going to put that in one of my scrapbooks, right, to keep. I have an honest to God darning egg, which I did not have. This is, believe it or not, I was real excited about that. There is, like I said, a whole bunch of stuff in here. So we're going to take a look at that. But I thought I would get some of it out. I wonder what this is. Oh, look at that. Those are beautiful. Oh, those are really nice. Those are going in beside my chair, I think. Anyway. I thought I'd just get a couple of these things out so that you could get a sense of size. That it's not as, when I saw it on the description and everything, I thought, oh, that's going to be really big. It looks big, but there not a lot of depth to, oh, wow, it'd be helpful if you had the drawer. There we go. Not a lot of depth to the actual little containers. You know, the actual dividers things. Now, the nice thing is this can go underneath here, and when it goes closed, it slides on top, so the entire tray there is available to put things in. Like that. I got my cord caught in there. There we go. Yeah. So, anyway. So I'm going to be having some fun with that. Putting it together and figuring out where and what goes in it. Might be, I got all these pins that have been sitting over here on my desk. These are pins for blocking. No, these are pins for blocking. These are regular pins. Those can go in there. Anyway, I'm going to stick it down here out of the way instead of trying to put it behind me because, like I said, it is heavy. Because I want this opened up so we can take a better look at what's in this. Then the third thing that came with the supplies, I didn't pay extra for this. Look at this old box. Coats, Crotina, mercerized ONT. Got somebody's name written on there. And the box is in terrible shape. But this is why I also wanted it. These are all wooden spools. They no longer make wood spools. They're very desirable for crafts. People are always looking to buy thread spools. And this entire box is wood spools. I don't know that the thread is, there's a redwood one. They obviously were. This is silk, supposedly. Crochet thread. Boy, it looks terrible though. I'll tell you, it does. It looks dusty and dirty, and it almost makes me want to wrap it on a nitty knotty and wash it or something because it looks really. But it's on a wood Coats and Clark. I have never seen silk crochet HB for ladies crochet. I should look that up. I should look that one up online, see if that's something really cool. This is dental floss. Have you ever seen dental floss like this? Unwaxed dental floss. I've never seen it like this. I won't use it. Looks like a little tiny thing of Play-Doh, doesn't it? It comes out this little hole right here. And it is. It's unwaxed. This can be used for beading, right? This is perfect for beading, and I will use it for that. What else we got here? See, we got a single strand of pearl twist. This stuff is so old. This, again, this is crochet cotton on a wooden spool. I've never seen that before at all. And of course the antique collector in me is just going crazy with all this. I am not sure, like I said, I don't believe the the thread itself is going to be any good, right? I don't really intend to use it. We've got really, this is like crochet cotton on a spool instead of thread. Yeah, I know. The wooden bobbin, the wooden thread, and some of the sizes are amazing, right? They're amazing. Unfortunately, like this one has no markings anymore. It's so old. There's no markings at all anymore. Now this one is a standard. That's talent. I'm going to stick that one upstairs in my sewing thread. That's not collectible. This is there's probably is the only one. And this is getting a little more modern, right? Where you have the actual label instead of having it printed right on the wood. This is printed right on the wood, and it has the label that, of course, often comes off, and you don't know what it is. I got a lot of this. This cord is interesting. It's all tangled, but I've got a lot of this cord that looks like 6-strand floss. Let's see what it is. It is. It is, oh, maybe it's more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. 6 strand. So this is embroidery floss on a spool, which I have never seen before. The American Thread Company, Holyoke, Massachusetts. But there's quite a bit of that weight in there, not just the sewing thread. We have somebody has lost their screws. Who knows what that goes to? No. Oh, there's needles. I want to get those off of there. That's never good. Put those somewhere. Oh, wait, those are whomping big needles. All right, where do I want to put needles that I could find them again? Let's see. I'm going to put them over here on my pad for the little. And this is plastic. That is not a wood one. This is like yarn. That's curl yarn. Maybe they just wound it on there to save it, because there's nothing on there. That could be what that was from. We have some of these little polyester ones. I have some of these. I have a whole bunch of these. These are your standard what you buy now. They're not wood. They're foam. The little containers are foam. Wow. I don't know what that is. Here's another needle. So I'm going to pull those out. Okay, this says for marking menus only. Well, now there's a story waiting to be told. I have no idea what the story is, but oh, goodness gracious. I have a bunch of wood thread on wood spools already. I kind of have a thing about picking it up when I see it. But I have never run into this variety of thread, and an awful lot of it looks like it's been rewound onto it, right? So it's real messy. Alright, I am just pulling out anything that's not wood because I want this to be a... Here's a pencil. Need that in there. Where did I put that other pencil? There. There's a clover thread. That's a star. Okay. I think I got most of the There's a bobbin. I don't know that it would fit my machine or not, but that's an actual bobbin. For a sewing machine. Here's another one. Oh my gosh. There's a bobbin on a small wood. I wonder if... I don't think... That's not. That's paper. This is paper. I'm going to have to... I got a lot of strings hanging around there. I'm going to have to Google old thread style, how they sold it. This is real different. Belding Richardson Pure Silk. That's why it's such a tiny little... But it's wood. It's a wood bobbin. Ah, I would love embroidering with that. Or doing something with that. That's nice. Oh, that is really nice. Okay. Alright, so it seems now everything it's all wood. Kind of messy, but all wood in this box. And I will not keep it in this box. This is, you know, how they stored it, but I want to make sure I put it in something. I'd like a nice clear glass, not glass, clear plastic container kind of thing. That would be good. Although that coats that Clark's box, nice gold color. It's beat up, but sure is pretty. Neat, nice old box. Last, I'm going to go through this fishing tackle box. If I can get it over here. I have to figure out how to do this latch better. I don't get it latched. It's got the auction number on it. Don't need that. Okay. So I've already discovered these are just amazing Stork scissors. Those are going in my, right beside my chair. And then we've got, ooh, these are nice and sharp. I have to test all these, but as far as the first thing to test is, are they sticky? Or are they, oh, those are nice too. Nice snips. Really nice snips. Was I even in the camera for that? Yeah, really nice snips. I don't know what I'm going to do with the screws. I guess I'll stick them in the kitchen drawer or something. Alright, so this is a marking pencil, dressmaker, the white. That can go upstairs for my sewing. And this is a hemming thing. I've been using the one I have. This one's, I may stick in the Goodwill. It's kind of beat up. Let's see. I don't know how I'm sorting here. That's not too bad if you open it all the way up. Oh, look, but we have new embroidery scissors. 2 of them. For snipping heavyweight threads and yarns, cutting light to medium fabrics. And this is precision pointed blade, stainless steel, gold plated handle, perfect for snipping heavyweight threads and yarn. Same thing. Both have that little gold. And they have collect all of them, and they have 6 in all. Huh. Alright. Now I have 2 pairs of pinking shears. Both need a lot of tender loving care because they are like very stiff. This is one pair. This is the other pair. I am going to do a lot of work on those. See if I can get them loosened up. Have to decide after I cut some fabric whether I'll take them to get them sharpened. I will sharpen my own scissors, but I won't sharpen pinking shears. I always take them. All right. Okay. This is one of these pair of scissors that I have never used. I've never quite understood where it has the screw that keeps the blades apart. I have to figure out what exactly that's for. I know there's a special use. I really do. But I don't know what it is. One 14BH. Let me Google that and see if I can get what it says. Oh, adjustable scissors. Vintage, it says. From Germany. Buttonhole scissors. That's what it is. I knew there was a... No, that's not it. That's not it. That's what the BH stands for. Buttonhole. But the picture they show is not the right picture. There they are. But they don't show the screw on any of those. There's one. Okay. Definitely goes upstairs. That's a buttonhole. Buttonhole scissors. So, you set the depth, I guess. So your buttonhole is that wide. You just cut that much, I think. I'll have to do a Google on how to use buttonhole scissors, but I think that's what it is. So I'm going to take those upstairs in my sewing room. All right, oh, a third pair of pinking shears. All right, even harder to open. So this is what happens with us, people that sew. You buy a new pair, they get stiff, and you don't know what to do, and you buy another pair. You know, I have two pair of pinking shears. Yeah, it makes getting even buttonholes easier. But you know, I have always done it the other way around. When I sew my outline of my buttonhole, and then I snip all inside to the thread. And I think these scissors do the same thing. They're very, very, very sharp. So you snip it open with the tip, and then you just go so far with the thing. You don't cut your buttonhole and then sew around it. You always cut afterwards. So your size of your buttonhole is already determined by how you have sewn it, because now modern day machines it's an automatic setting. You set it for a certain size and they all sew the same size. Boy, these are old. All right. These are going to be kitchen shears, paper shears, whatever, desk shears. They're not all that good. This is yet another pair of snubbies. This is, I'm going to put in the Goodwill. I don't like those, so I'm going to put those in the Goodwill. This is another one of the Tailor Ease, and boy, you know what? This one moves real easy. I think I'm going to keep this one and get rid of my metal one. I like this one better, way better. This is a loop turner. I have one of these too. It has a little hook right there, and you put it inside of a tube, you know, that you've sewn your tube, and you grab the end and turn it inside out, so that you have like your little tube that maybe is decorative or a belt or something like that. Brand new tape measure, which actually I need in my knitting box. Thread locks. So this goes up by my sewing machine. You put your thread, not once you've opened your thread up and you don't want it unraveling all over the place, you put it on top. You put one of these little cap things in. That keeps your thread in place. That goes upstairs. I don't have any of those. Ruler, standard ruler, and this is a marking wheel for, you put your carbon under there, you run it this way, and it don't go round. It needs de-rusted. It's very rusty, so I'll put that with the scissors. That needs some work. Not as much fun stuff as I had hoped in here. I couldn't really tell. Oh, here's a stitch ripper. That's a good thing to have down here in the box down here. I'll put that down here. Yeah, this was fun. Wasn't as much of the stuff in this box as I had hoped, but not bad. And I'll give this to hubby. Or, I don't think I have any use for it really. Also, it's like weird to latch. Oh, it don't go over that. It goes inside of that. Doesn't it? It goes like that. Good old there. Yeah, that's what it does. And then this latches down like that somehow. Okay. Tell me how this latches. Somebody tell me how this latches. I should be able to. Yeah. Wow. I may have to have hubby figure that one out. It should just latch like that, but it don't. I wonder if it's can't be broken. Alright, so this fits in there like this. Somehow. There we go. There. That's how it goes. Ah. Wow. That's all I can say. It's wow. The wood box is the best. That's the best. So yesterday was gorgeous outside, and off and on all day yesterday. I had my combs set up on my front porch on the table, and look what I got done. This is white. In spite of looking green, it is white. Come on, camera. Don't do that. Isn't that funny? It's because of the purple. I know. This is like pure white. See? It's white. There. As soon as I... Isn't that weird? If I get it to focus over here... Oh my gosh, that's a weird camera. Yeah. That's white. Anyway, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous top. This is Corridel. This is Shetland. I'm not going to spin that tonight. I am working on a braid of merino that I bought. Right? So, we're just going to spin that. My camera's like, make up your mind. I don't know where you want me to be. I need to tighten that. There we go. There you go. That works. I am exhausted. Didn't sleep very well last night. Not sure why. So after paying $41 for my wood box, I guess I will ignore the auctions for a month or two. And no, I did not wear these pink pants to match what I'm spinning tonight. This is what I wore today. I just didn't change clothes. So, there you go. Pink is a part of my real life. Oh. I love how this is spinning up. There are sections that are this really faint marled look, and there are sections that's real faint barber pole. Of course, the light and dark pink sections. welcome. Good evening. Hope you are well and had a good day. We're still having a good day. That's the way really it is. I am fading fast. I am so tired. I didn't save any of this color. I need to do that. It is wonderful to spin. It's merino, and usually I don't like merino, but it's behaving very well. It's drafting good, probably because the dye work is pretty light-handed, right? It's not heavy on it. And it seems to be a good prep base. This was dyed, I mean, I bought it. It is Bean Blossom Fibers in Indiana. There is an artist community area in central Indiana called Brown County. Of course, it's the county. Nashville, Indiana is in it. And this person didn't have a shop, but they had their fiber in a yarn shop there in Brown County. One time when I got this, I actually hit the yarn shop and, shopped and talked to them and everything. And they said, oh, there's a knit circle meeting tonight. If you're staying overnight, come. And I did. It was so much fun. I've, met everybody, was new. Everybody was a stranger to me. They were very welcoming and friendly, of course. And sat there a couple hours that evening talking to them. But I had bought this fiber early in the day when her shop was open, and one of the knitters told me that it was her mother that was doing the dyeing. But her mother wasn't there. I didn't get to meet the dyer. I think that was all pre-COVID. I know that was pre-COVID. I don't know if that shop stayed in business or not. You know, so many of these small businesses just closed up and didn't reopen. This is a 4-ounce braid, so I'm spinning 2 ounces of it, and it's gonna give me a fair amount of yardage, I can tell. I'm gonna spin 2 ounces on each bobbin and then apply those. I had a nice long chat with my brother tonight. That was the phone call I was talking about. He doesn't live near me, so we don't get to see each other very often. And he is still working. He's younger than I am, so he's still working. He's always busy. I think I used to be too when I was his age, but I have slowed down so much. Need to take a stretch break. It's been my hour, but I was moving around quite a bit earlier. I know that. Boy, I'm so tired. I'm cross-eyed. I started this stream late for a couple reasons. I was talking on the phone. We got home late. I had to get to eat a little bit. You know, I don't do well late night streams. I don't need to be streaming after 9 o'clock. Too tired. It's funny how some of this, it's a pink, but it looks brown. I don't really see it going through when I'm drafting. I don't really see that, but I see it on the bobbin. It's really interesting. And the other thing I ought to do here is check and see if this is in Ravelry. Make sure I save some of it. Take a picture, unspun. This is what happens. I just get going spinning, and I'm just gonna spin it all up. And my record keeping doesn't happen. What's this called? Yeah, I know I don't have it in there. Speckled mauve. There it is. I do have it. Okay. So let me start this. Oh, that's right. The store is called the Clay Pearl. Purl. See, I started this Tuesday, 16th. Okay. Good. Oh, it's not pulling in. Why? Maybe it didn't like me sitting that far away. I was leaning back against the chair. I stayed up awake. I was in bed, but I stayed awake last night way too long watching Veggie Zombie playing Cult of the Lamb. She was streaming it. I hadn't seen that game yet. Not sure I would want to play it, but it's very. I was kind of like a cat watching cat TV, right? Where you watch things run. The cat watches things run around, right? That's sort of it. Just you watch things run around a lot in the game because when you're playing the game, you have your main character running around doing all this stuff. So I was laying there in bed, not asleep, watching this little character run around doing stuff. And Veggie talks while she's playing it, which is good because I started a new book on tape and I don't think I'm going to be able to listen to it before I go to bed, unless I want to go to sleep immediately, which I don't like doing when I'm listening to a book. I hate waking up and realizing I just missed the last half hour of the book, right? Or something, and not really know how much I missed. So, but the guy's voice is deep and mellow and soothing, and oh my gosh, it's perfect for putting you right to sleep. I don't know the name of the narrator. The name of the book is The Well of the Lost Souls by Jack Chalker. It's science fiction. And of course, it's audio version. Oh. You know, gang, I think I'm going to beg your forgiveness and call it a night. I am whooped tonight. I really wish I could had more stamina to stream long streams like a lot of people do. It's just, and I might during the day. I probably could do it, especially wintertime, since if I don't have a lot of other stuff to do, you know. If I have a lot of stuff to do, oh, I don't want to sit here either. But wintertime, I can do a lot of spinning. I can do a lot of knitting. I can just kill a lot of time doing nothing. Okay, maybe you need to nap too. So I should be back Sunday afternoon. And I don't know if you can see my face, but I am like burning up too. The air doesn't run. We are at that, we are just at that point where it is not hot enough outside. What is it? 74 and very humid. And the air can't be turned down low enough to keep running, or we're sitting here putting our flannel jammies on, and that sort of thing, because it's cold in the house and we don't want that. We just want the humidity out of it. So I will be back Sunday afternoon, and I will be spinning on this. I really do need to get this spun up, and then I can get my aura out. I'm sorry, I won't have it out till next week. I will spin on it in the living room on my own to find out if it's functioning well. Tomorrow, I do plan to do that tomorrow morning and check it out. So take care, everybody. Sleep well. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on here. Oh, let's see here. I don't want Twitch. What do I want? I do want Twitch. There we go. Excalia, Stream Raiders and Crafting. Toasty Treat, Journaling in Watercolor. Lot of gamers. Pick Stitch is somebody I don't know. Let me get through the ads here. Wow. He is doing a design on the computer that looks like woo wee complicated.
Really want to learn? Okay. How to find a space?
Eh. Oh, I just went and checked out the kitties. They got 4 screens, 4 cameras going in the one room. They are so busy. But there's never people there, and I don't know if that's just. I mean, I know it's because they don't want to put them on the camera, but I know they don't want to put people on the camera. They want just the cats. But I always feel like nobody's playing with the kitties. But there are always multiple kitties in the room, not just not just one. So everybody, I'm not gonna rate anybody. Take care. See you Sunday. Have a great start to your weekend and enjoy the wonderful weather.